Hello there. Meet ZeroThreat, a cutting-edge cloud-based security platform that helps teams detect and remediate vulnerabilities in web apps and APIs. With point-and-click simplicity, zero setup, and fast scans usually 30 to 60 minutes, it identifies OWASP top 10 issues, sensitive data leaks, and more, empowering teams to secure their apps early and easily. Additionally, it helps reduce manual testing efforts by up to 90% and ensures compliance with regulations like GDPR, HIPAA, and PCI DSS by identifying vulnerabilities that could affect compliance. Whether you're a developer or a security professional, ZeroThreat simplifies the process of securing your applications while ensuring regulatory compliance. Before starting a scan, you will need to create an organization, add target, and verify target ownership. Let's jump right into it. Organizations in ZeroThreat allow you to group users and targets under a single entity, simplifying management of permissions and roles. For instance, instead of granting full account access, you can assign a developer a contributor role within a specific organization, limiting their access to only what's necessary. To create an organization, head to Organization Settings in the ZeroThreat portal and click on Add Organization. Start by entering an organization name. Next, select a data storage location to store your scans and configurations. Choosing the correct storage location ensures compliance with data regulations like GDPR. Once the details are complete, click Add Organization to finalize the setup. Your new organization will now appear in the portal, allowing you to add targets and users with necessary permissions. This structured approach keeps everything organized and ensures efficient collaboration. A target is the URL of a web application or website you want to scan. It acts as the starting point for scanning and managing vulnerabilities. By default, all URLs within the same domain are included in the scan. Let's take a look at how to add targets in ZeroThreat. To begin, navigate to the Target section in the application and click on the Add Target button. In the next step, enter the URL of the web application or website you want to scan. Next, choose a scanning server for performing the scan. For the best results, select a scanning server that is geographically close to your target application for reduced latency and faster scan. Finally, assign the target to an organization. Once everything is set, click Save to complete the process. Target verification is an essential step to prove your ownership on the web application, as it confirms you have the necessary permissions to test the target website or application. Navigate to the Target section and click on Verify Now button. This will open a target owner verification section. It provides two options for verification. You can either deploy an HTML file by downloading the provided file and uploading it to your server, or add a DNS-TXT record by including the given TXT record in your domain's DNS settings. After completing either of these steps, click Verify Domain Ownership, and ZeroThreat will validate and confirm your ownership. Target configuration involves configuring the scanner based on your specific needs and use case. To configure a target, navigate to the Target section and select the target you want to customize. Start by specifying the technology stack, including both front-end and back-end technologies. This helps ZeroThreat better understand the target. Additionally, you can define allowed and disallowed hosts to control which hosts are included in the scan. You can also exclude specific URLs from the scan. These configurations ensure the scan is precise and aligned with your requirements. Many web applications have a login functionality, and in this section we'll see how to scan pages behind authentication. For Authenticated Scan, you first need to install ZeroThreat Chrome extension from the Chrome Web Store. Select the target you just added and navigate to the Authenticated Scan section. Click on the Record Authentication Sequence button. This will open the target web application in a new tab along with the ZeroThreat Recorder Chrome extension. You can minimize the recorder window, but make sure it remains open throughout the recording process. If, for some reason, the extension does not open automatically with the Target tab, you can manually load it. Simply go to the ZeroThreat portal, copy the token and remember the shown target code. Now go to the Target tab and paste these values in the extension. Once the extension is loaded, we're ready to proceed with the recording. Start by giving a template name to your recording. Next, choose how the application renders content. Does it use server-side rendering like WordPress, Shopify, or ASP.NET MVC, or is it client-side rendered like Angular, React, or Vue? Once configured, click on the Start Recording button. As the recording begins, ZeroThreat Recorder will capture all HTTP requests, interaction clicks, and unique hosts. This data is essential for ZeroThreat Scanner to produce accurate and reliable scan results. Begin by logging into the application using your credentials. After logging in, navigate through the sections of the application that require authentication to access. The recorder will capture these interactions, which are key to performing an authenticated scan. Lastly, log out of the application and click Stop Recording. Now that your recording is complete, you'll need to mark the HTTP requests responsible for login action. Next, mark any request that can only be accessed after authentication, and lastly mark the request responsible for logout action. Tagging these requests ensures the scanner accurately understands the authentication flow of your application. After tagging the requests, click on Continue. This will take you to a new section where you can review and finalize all the marked requests. Here, you can make any necessary adjustments, such as disallowing certain hosts from being scanned. This can be particularly important for applications with sensitive data or third-party integrations. Now you have two options. Click Save. This will save the recording sequence without immediately starting the scan. Your saved recording and all other data is securely encrypted and stored with ZeroThreat for later use. Click Save and Scan. This will start an authenticated scan with the chosen scan server. You can monitor the progress and results of this authenticated scan in the Scan section of ZeroThreat portal. Many web applications use multi-factor authentication. ZeroThreat is designed to handle even the most complex authentication mechanisms, including two-factor authentication, CAPTCHA tests, single sign-on, and more. It captures the necessary data during the authentication process, enabling it to perform the required scan. To begin, click on Scan the Target and select the target you want to scan. Then, go to the Authenticated Scan section and click on Start Authenticated Scan. This will open the target web application in a new tab, along with the ZeroThreat Recorder window. You can minimize the recorder window, but make sure it stays open throughout the entire recording process. Next, click the Record Login State button to start capturing the login process. Use the required authentication method, such as Google Login or any other SSO mechanism, and complete any additional authentication steps like OTP or CAPTCHA. Once done, click Stop Listening. After that, select the scanning server you'd like to use and click Start Scan to initiate the MFA scan. Make sure to stay logged into the target application throughout the scanning process. Once the scan begins, you can monitor its progress and view the results in the Scans section of the ZeroThreat portal. If the extension fails to load, don't worry. Simply close all extension-related windows and refresh the page. Next, return to the ZeroThreat portal, regenerate a new token, and copy it. Make a note of the target code as well. Once you have these details, reopen the Target tab and manually input the token and target code into the extension pop-up. Now you can successfully use the ZeroThreat Chrome extension. Let's take a look at a completed report and go through its sections. We begin with the scan summary section, which gives you a bird's eye view of the entire scan. Here, you'll find an overview of crawled pages, forms, APIs, and more. You'll also see vulnerabilities categorized by severity, helping you quickly identify the most critical issues. Next is the executive summary. This section is designed for high-level understanding, perfect for C-level executives, stakeholders, and managers. It provides a concise overview of the report, making it easy to grasp the overall security posture at a glance. Following that is the Web Application Vulnerabilities section. Here, you'll see all the vulnerabilities discovered during the scan. Clicking on an individual vulnerability will provide more details about the vulnerability. For an in-depth look, click on Show More Info to access comprehensive insights such as consequences, CVE and CWE mappings, references, and more. You can also view analysis and exact request details for each affected URI, which helps you reproduce and validate the findings. Additionally, we provide remediation steps tailored to the specific issue, complete with code examples to assist your development team in fixing the vulnerability. Next up is the API Vulnerabilities section, which highlights any vulnerabilities detected in your application's APIs. After that, we have the SSL certificate analysis. This section provides details about your SSL certificates, including any vulnerabilities or possible attacks using SSL certificates. Moving on, the JavaScript Packages section lists all detected JavaScript packages. If any outdated packages with known vulnerabilities are in use, they'll be flagged here, so you can address them promptly. Then, we show any server-side technologies detected. In this application, no server-side technologies were discovered. Following that is the Open Ports section. Here, we identify all open ports on your server and explain why they should be closed and the potential security risks they pose. Next is the Mail Configuration section, where we analyze and scan your mail server for any security issues or misconfigurations that could leave you vulnerable to security attacks. Finally, we have the Compliance-Specific Vulnerabilities section. This focuses purely on application security aspects related to compliance, helping you stay aligned with industry standards. Lastly, you can download a comprehensive PDF report, choosing between the full scan report or the executive summary, depending on your needs. That is everything you need to know to kickstart using ZeroThreat for your web application security needs. Sharing scan results helps keep your team informed, involve stakeholders, and streamline remediation efforts. With ZeroThreat, you can easily share detailed scan reports with specific users to ensure the right people receive critical insights. To share a scan report, start by navigating to the Scan section in the application. Select the scan you wish to share. On the right side of the particular scan, you'll see the Share button. Click on it. A prompt will appear asking for the recipient's details. Simply enter their name and email ID. Once done, confirm and send the report. The recipient will be able to access the report directly in their ZeroThreat portal. Another way to share a scan report is by navigating to the Scan section and selecting the desired report. Once inside the report, you can download the PDF version by clicking the Download PDF button located in the top right corner. After downloading, you can share the PDF using your preferred method, such as email, messaging platforms, or using any preferred way. This approach ensures flexibility in distributing reports and how they are shared.